It is the biggest interview of this year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is sitting for an exclusive conversation with the top editorial team of Business Today. The conversation comes just days before the world's 20 most powerful leaders converge in Delhi to set the economic and political agenda for Earth's future. And as president of the group, which commands 85% of the world's economy, it is Prime Minister Modi setting the future agenda. Here's the highlights.
Delhi is being beautified. Renovation work is being carried out at a frenetic pace across the city in anticipation of the two-day G20 Global Summit next month. The summit, which will showcase India as an emerging economic superpower, with recent data and reports hailing it as a force to reckon with. And it is the resurgent India which was the centerpiece of the exclusive Business Today interview with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Prime Minister spoke at length about the impact of India's G20 presidency on the global ecosystem. In a no-holds-barred conversation with the top editorial team of Rahul Kanwal, Siddharth Zarabi and Saurabh Majumdar, the Prime Minister laid out the enabling role India is playing on a range of issues. The big takeaways from the over 40-minute interview is the way G20 has changed under India's leadership. To emerge as the voice of often sidelined Global South, according to the Prime Minister, the summit will bring developed and developing countries together for the first time to find solutions to global problems. The Prime Minister has also pushed for the inclusion of the African Union into the G20. Emphasizing that India and India's G20 will act as a catalytic agent for the new global order. And India is combining its G20 presidency with its growing economic clout to make its tryst with history. The task is difficult and fraught with urgent issues that require global attention. Countries across the world are trying to repair the damage from the twin shocks of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. The world is also adjusting to a new normal of slower growth, higher inflation, widening socio-economic disparities, and extreme weather-related events. According to the Prime Minister, the G20 is being looked at as a ray of hope by the world. The ground for this is being laid during India's G20 presidency. The Prime Minister warned that there are forces taking undue advantage by catalyzing the debt crisis and capitalizing on the helplessness of other countries and leading them into debt traps. This is being addressed under India's presidency via debt restructuring and helped countries like Sri Lanka, Zambia, Ethiopia and Ghana. The exclusive interaction at the Prime Minister's sprawling, tastefully done-up office in 7 Lok Kalyan Marg had the Prime Minister dressed immaculately and looking relaxed. He spoke passionately about the opportunity India has to help address areas of global concern, India as a potential manufacturing hub, and much more. The PM exuded confidence that India was ready for the next phase of economic growth.
आज भारत बड़े लक्ष्य तय कर रहा है.
He listed out the mantras which he felt will power this next wave. Vocal for global, Atmanirbhar Bharat, zero deficit and zero effect among others. Adding that global manufacturers were coming to India, unfolding an era of unprecedented job creation. According to the Prime Minister, domestic consumption remains strong and with every indicator looking up. Economic growth was bound to be strong. With companies like Tesla lining up for an entry into the Indian market and Apple raising its bets on India, the Prime Minister highlighted the effectiveness of the ease of doing business measures taken by the government in the past few years, saying that massive investments by these companies showed the increasing attractiveness of India as a manufacturing destination. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.